Okay, so now it's time to build the main page that I'm going to share with students where they're going to come. So here's what mine looks like. It's the Indian Wars, and this is the main one that I'm going to share with them. By the way, just make sure that you've published all your other pages, that you have made the settings, the shareable settings, where the students can see them, so that you don't have any glitches on the actual day. And I would even encourage you to do a trial run, maybe from a different account, have somebody else do a trial for you just to make sure you don't have hiccups on the day of class. But here we go. So I have the Indian Wars with my cool image background. There is my intro. It's just a text box. But this right here, so this is how the students are going to actually get to all of those other pages of content. So how did I create this? Well, let's go back over to Google. Your Google Drive, you're going to click New, go down to More, and go to Google Drawings. Now you can put anything in here. So I love using the map because my students, I've decided, or I've realized that they really don't have a sense of geography at all. Neither does their teacher, if I'm really being honest. Like, a lot of us struggle with geography, and since the Indian Wars were so spread out, I wanted them to really have a sense of where they were in America. Here, I'm going to go American Indian Wars map. So I'm going to search for maps. You can search here, or you can just go on your regular Google image. And I don't remember where the original one was that I found. Let's see. We'll just go with that for now. I won't spend all my time searching. You will take all the time in the world searching for the best image possible. But there we have it. We have a map of the different wars. Now, for me, this was great because they're going to want to search for different battles. So if they see a question about Sand Creek, they're going to come on here and say, oh, right there's Sand Creek. And so they're actually using a map, which fits one of my standards. So check. But there's other things you can do too. You can, if you're doing like a novel or something like that, you can do a background image and then add things to it, maybe things that don't fit well. You could put a little map on the wall, whatever it might be. So really play with what you can do. But there's the basic drawing, and you can resize, stretch it out, whatever you want to do. Here's how I got those hyperlinks in there though. I inserted a shape. I just did a basic rectangle. And so over here, Sand Creek. There's Sand Creek. So I put my shape there. I made it transparent. I made here it is, the border transparent. And then I came over here to insert. Oh, and by the way, I need to go, there's my Sand Creek Massacre page. You need to go over to your Google Sites. Like, it was helpful to have all of these in one folder, by the way. I got my link right there. So I go back to my drawing, and I go to Insert, Link, and I paste that, Sand Creek Massacre, and I apply that. So now the students can't see anything, and yet when, if we were going to go, let's see, I'm not sure how to preview this. If they were going to click on it, after I've shared this with them, if they move their cursor over Sand Creek, they would actually get like the little hand that tells them that they can click there. So I did that for all of the different locations that my students are going to have to learn about. And when they see the question, that gives them a clue as to what they're going to need to search. The only one that's complicated, if we go down here, the only one that's complicated is Fetterman's Massacre, because you're not going to see Fetterman's Massacre on the map. Fetterman's Massacre took place at a place called Bozeman's Trail. So if they get really stumped, what I'm hoping that they would do is use their noggins and go and start Googling Fetterman's Massacre, see that it took place in Bozeman's Trail, and then go find that on the map. So that's just one little tricky thing for them, but everything else did appear on that map. Now I had another area where I had significances. So let's see, you could insert an image, like I could insert Chief Joseph if I wanted to. there he is really big. I could make him super small, and I could put him over here, wherever Chief Joseph's. I'm not going to take the second to find him. Like, I could actually put images of different people on the map. That would be really fun. I could create a bookshelf with different titles of books in it where they have to click on certain books. So all kinds of options for you to do. Use the insert however you want. But I'm going to put one more thing in here because there was one thing that the map didn't have for me. And that was it didn't have a spot for me to have the students really notice that I'm talking about significance. And so I kept it not very imaginative at all. I put that down at the bottom. And then I inserted, once again, the link to the section that said after the Indian Wars so that they would hopefully go, oh yeah, she probably wants us to click on that because she really likes significance. So once you finish your document, you need to give it a name. I'm going to call this my demo drawing. Get the shareable link. Once again, make sure that you have the sharing settings well, like whatever you need to have. And there we go. So when you have a main page, I'm going to click here. Let's say we are building our main page. This is our main page. We're going to have our intro text right here. And then I'm going to, instead of putting embed, I'm just going to say from Drive. Since I just created this, I'm going to put recent. And it should bring up my demo drawing that it will insert right there. And I'm going to make it bigger. And so you can make that as big as you would like it to be. There we go. And so once again, if the students were going to actually, this is the preview version, if they were looking through this, they're scrolling over, they get to Sand Creek and whoa, there's a cursor changes, and so that's going to alert them that they need to click on it.